The tools you use on a daily basis, the things you have lying around the house, and even the clothes you wear on the daily all have unexpected histories, quirky backstories, or strange facts about them that you likely had no idea about. Here, we pull back the curtain on all of them. You'll never look at the world around you the same again. Number 1. High heels were originally men's shoes. Sometime around the 10th century, some enterprising soul in a horse-riding culture figured out that your foot would stay more firmly in the stirrups if your shoe had a bit of a raised heel. The innovation spread quickly, and soon whole armies of men rode into battle wearing pumps. By the 17th century, these shoes became a fashion trend in Europe, since having a horse was a symbol of high status. Wearing a high-heeled shoe meant you had the medieval equivalent of a Mercedes-Benz. Both men and women of means wore heels until they ultimately fell out of fashion for men. Number 2. Playing cards have historical meaning. Legend has it that the 4 suites of a deck of playing cards come from the 4 pillars of the medieval economy: hearts for the church, spades for the military, diamonds for the merchants, and clubs for the farmers. Each king is also said to represent a real historical ruler. The King of Hearts is Charles or Charlemagne, the King of Spades is the biblical King David, the King of Diamonds is Julius Caesar, and the King of Clubs is Alexander the Great. Whether that's what the makers of the deck intended or whether it was a tale added over time, it is undoubtedly true that the King of Hearts is the only one without a moustache. Number 3. More people have cell phones than toilets. According to a UN report from 2015, 2.5 billion of the world's 7 billion people lack access to a toilet, particularly in areas of South Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa. Since another report put the number of mobile phone users at 6 billion, that means more than twice as many people have phones as proper plumbing. This is not to say there are too many cell phones, but to say that we still have a long way to go when it comes to providing sanitation to everyone. And for more insight into this globe-spanning invention, check out 20 amazing facts you never knew about your smartphone. Number 4. Wearable eyeglasses have been around since 1284. Imagine that every time you needed to read something, you had to lift a piece of glass the size of a mirror to your face. That was the best solution that humankind had come up with for vision problems before the 13th century, when some enterprising folks in Italy shrank the glass and heavy frames enough that they could finally be worn on the nose. A while later, Spanish eyeglass makers came up with the idea of attaching ribbons to the frame so that the glasses could remain on the wearer's face. Finally, in the 1700s, these ribbons were replaced with the arms that today's glasses have, allowing them to rest comfortably on the nose and ears.